Hey, it's Conrad Thompson, and you're listening to 83 Weeks with Eric Bischoff. Eric, what's going on, man? How are you?
I'm just great, man. It's Mother's Day as we're recording this. I'm charged today. Not that I was charged with it. I volunteered happily to cook a pretty fun Mother's Day brunch as soon as we're done here. So really looking forward to that. It's a beautiful day. Got to check out the Northern Lights. It was crazy up here in Wyoming. Absolutely crazy, trippy almost. Did that, and yeah, feeling good. Glad to be home.
Well, I'm glad that you're home too. And usually we get fired up on a Sunday morning to record 83 Weeks. But as you said, today is Mother's Day, and it just so coincides with a special announcement. Eric, I thought this day would never come, but sadly, 83 Weeks is no more. On Monday. Now it's on Friday.
Yay!
We've had some problems, as you might imagine, keeping up with Bruce Pritchard. His schedule has changed from when we first started recording that podcast back in 2016, and he is moving something to wrestle to Monday, which will give us an opportunity to record over the weekend, where he has a little more flexibility than during the week. And you and I are going to start recording on Thursdays for a Friday drop. So this drop today is to inform you that 83 weeks effective right now, today, this week, is now a Friday show. Eric, we have really dedicated this show to Mondays for a long, long time. I mean, since the beginning, several years now. And transitioning to Friday, I feel like, man, that's going to help us get our weekend started right. We'll be able to talk about what happened on Monday Night Raw. We'll be able to talk about what happened on TNA. We'll be able to talk about what happened on Dynamite. We'll be dropping just hours before SmackDown and Rampage and a day before Collision. But a lot of big pay-per-views seemingly are going to be happening on Saturdays and Sundays. Instead of us trying to guess what happened on a Sunday night pay-per-view when we record on Sunday morning, we'll actually be able to preview it a little bit. I like this switch to Friday. What say you?
I do too. I do too. I've enjoyed our schedule over the weekends. One of the great things about recording on the weekend is, there's some flexibility involved. But especially in the summertime, I really enjoy my weekends off. And of course, I'm making a lot more personal appearances now than I have probably over the last couple of years. So that makes weekends, tough as well. And recording on a Sunday, for example, or Saturday morning, which we typically do this way, I can get our stuff in during the week, still stay on schedule. Everybody's happy the way you set it up. We can react to ratings. We can talk about what happened, after certain shows and hit on those, hot topics as they come up. But also give Bruce a chance to be more consistent as well. Love Bruce Pritchard. I probably wouldn't be doing this podcast with you were it not for Bruce Pritchard. So, hey, if I got to get kicked off my regular night, my regular day for anybody, I am just thrilled that it's Bruce Pritchard.
Well, I don't think you're getting kicked off because of that, but you're right. You're busy on the weekends. He's not. It was a logical switch. And I kind of didn't think about that, but yeah, we'll actually be recording the day the ratings come out for AEW Dynamite, and we'll have them for Raw that week. And I just think that Friday is going to be fun here at 83weeks.com. So
I feel like I wish we had like the Beverly Hills Hillbillies theme music.
I
Like we're
love
all
that.
loading up in a truck and moving to Beverly. We could do a fun little parody song about that. We had that Beverly Hillbillies theme song going in the background. That'd be awesome.
Well, your favorite pair of hillbillies will be back this Friday, which means we're going to be recording live on Thursday. And you can be a part of our live studio audience by joining us at adfreeshows.com. We've been doing a lot of fun stuff over at adfreeshows.com lately, Eric. We just this past weekend launched a new Saturday Mornings with Meanie. The Blue Meanie joins us each and every Saturday to recap exactly what all's going on in wrestling over the past week. We just last week hooked up with Mr. Crockett and Kerry Morton to talk a little bit about the Crockett Cup, and we watched a fabulous match between Ric Flair and Dusty Rhodes from way back when at the Crockett Cup. And how about a little false finish action? I had I don't think it's been revealed yet, but I'll go ahead and spill the beans. I caught up with Crowbar, and we had a 2.5 hour conversation with the former Devon Storm. And what a story he has. I mean, that guy was in ECW, he was in WCW. He actually had a cup of coffee in the WWE. I mean, he did it all in wrestling, and he's had a fabulous second act. I want to encourage everybody to check out our new series. We've got several episodes now called The False Finish over at adfreeshows.com, or the book, where we go episodically, week by week, month by month, day by day, show by show, to break down exactly what happened in the good old days of Jim Crockett Promotions. All available now at adfreeshows.com. And lots of bonus content from you, Eric. I think one of the most requested things we've seen over there and well-reviewed things we've done is Eric Fires Back, as you just take time one by one to shred all your naysayers like a head of cabbage. It's been a lot of fun at adfreeshows.com. No?
It is. And, one of the things that I like to do on occasion is just randomly call Ad Free Shows members just out of the blue and surprise them, confuse them sometimes, but it's always fun. And you get such great reactions. And when they don't answer, I leave them a voice message, like I scold them for, not being where they're supposed to be on time, like I'm a coworker or something, and then, reveal it's me. But it's a lot of fun. I think this Tuesday night, as a matter of fact, I'll be doing a special show on adfreeshows.com for our listeners. So, and occasionally officiate a wedding.
My goodness.
It's a hell of a community and a great family. And I'm just grateful to be a part of it, really.
I mean, think about that. Without ad-free shows, you wouldn't have become a minister.
I know.
Seen over weddings, gotten multiple haircuts. We've had a lot of fun.
We have had a lot of fun. And again, we've gotten to know some really cool people, some really,
yes,
the people that are part of Ad Free Shows. We call them our family, but they really are. We've gotten so close to many of them and become really personal friends with a lot of them. My wife now is friends with, Josh Rosenblum and Coach Rosie and so many others that have become like part of the family, literally, not just figuratively.
Well, we hope you'll consider joining us over at adfreeshows.com. We've got more bonus content than you can shake a stick at over there, including Monday Mailbag with Mike Chioda, Monday Mailbag with Nick Patrick, Tuesdays with the Taskmaster. They're always live, they're always interactive, and they're always exclusive to adfreeshows.com. So maybe some of that will hold you over until this Friday, where Eric and I come back, and we're going to be coming in hot because we're going to be talking about one of the more maybe underappreciated in-ring performers of all time, and one heck of a man, William Regal, Lord Steven Regal, whatever you call him. He is our topic this Friday, and I know this particular episode you're looking forward to. We're getting back to our nostalgia roots, but with a guy that you think a whole heck of a lot of.
Man, I can't wait. I cannot wait to do this show. Not only to talk about Steve Regal, William Regal, take your pick. I still call him Steve. Steven Regal. I so admire this individual and the stories he has to tell. Some of which I'm sure he hasn't really talked about publicly. It's like a movie, the way Steve came up, the experiences he had in India, around the world, as he was breaking into the business at a fairly young age, and to have experienced that and for us to be able to share some of that. I'm really looking forward to it, because I think anytime you get insight into a performer, a talent, wrestler, whatever you want to call them, you know their character on television, some of the accomplishments and the accolades of them as performers. But I think the more you get a chance to listen and learn about what the actual individual was really all about, and their journey, and how they got into the industry, and all of the experiences along the way, good and sometimes horrible, I think that is the most fascinating type of conversation to have. And, we won't have Steve with us, I don't think, you never know, maybe, but for sure, we're going to be able to get into some details and background that perhaps haven't been really shared before. Because Steve is a very humble guy. I mean, he's a very, very soft-spoken, very humble, very respectful guy. And sometimes he just doesn't, share some of the amazing stories that he has. But I'm going to pry some of them out of him during the week and see if I can get him to allow me to share some of them on 83 Weeks on Thursday for Friday.
Be sure to check us out this Friday and every Friday, 6 a.m. Eastern is where you'll be able to find it on all of your RSS. And you never know, it might pop up a little early at 83weeks.com. 83weeks.com is your home for all things Eric Bischoff. Eric's been going live at least once a week. We've had some fun top fives. We've had some fun guests like Bully Ray come on. We've talked about some current stuff. We've done some live Q&As. You've had some criticism, some critiques, and you've fallen on your sword a few times. If you're looking to interact with Eric Bischoff or be a part of the live show and pick his brain or bust his balls.
Yeah, I don't really care, dude. Love me, hate me, doesn't matter. Just feel fucking strongly one way or the other. That's all I ask.
Do it now at 83weeks.com. It's totally free. Click the button, cost you nothing. Get all those videos, get all that content. But more importantly,
Conrad, can I throw one more thing in there about 83weeks.com and YouTube?
Please do.
Starting tomorrow, I'm going to do another 5-day water fast. And this is the third one I've done now since last November. And I get a lot of questions about it on social media, lots. So what I'm going to do, this is just for members at 83 Weeks, our YouTube channel, is every morning, I'm starting tomorrow morning, I'm going to be doing, I guess, a video blog, if that's the right way to say it, but kind of walking people through what I'm experiencing, what I anticipate during the course of this 5-day water fast, and answering, as many questions as I can about that process. And again, it'll just come out automatically every morning. If you're a member, subscribe now, become a member, and I'm going to get into the 5-day water fast in detail. And I know that's got nothing to do with wrestling, but the only reason I'm doing it is because really of the amount of social media traction it got and the interest in it. So we're going to do that. And then following that, then I'm going to go on a super strict, ridiculously strict carnivore diet for 30 days and talk through and walk through that process and share some of my weight, body fat, lean tissue, blood pressure information, heart rates, and things like that. So people can actually follow along and see the kind of metabolic impact that not only the 5-day water fast, but also the 30-day extremely strict carnivore diet. And when I say extremely strict, I'm talking 2 steaks a day, salt and water. That's it. So we're going to talk about all that stuff if you're a member and if you're interested. If you're not, don't worry about it. We're not going to bombard you with it. But if you dig it, something you're interested in, check it out. It'll be fun.
And we're doing it live. So be sure to not only hit the subscribe button, but turn on the notifications bell at 83weeks.com. And if you just can't get enough Easy E, there's more at adfreeshows.com. And there's a whole lot more this and every Friday. Tell your friends 83 Weeks is moving to Fridays. We'll see you guys later this week right here on 83 Weeks with Eric Bischoff.
Hey guys, Eric Bischoff here. Now, if you need cash without the controversy, the team at SaveWithConrad.com can help. But don't take my word for it.
Hi, my name is Richard Smith. I'm from Moss Point, Mississippi. One of my friends at work said I just been refinancing and my interest rate was 9%, and he said he got his for 2.3. So I said, well, maybe I should try. Got a hold of Diane. She kept in touch the whole entire time. We owned 2 houses, and we rented one out, and my renter quit paying, so we gave it back to the mortgage company. And because we did that, we had to wait 3 years for an FHA loan to go back through. The one thing that Conrad said on his podcast was, we'll never tell you no. We might say, not now, this is what we need to do, and we'll make sure we get it done. Well, prime example, 3 years. And when they say no money out of pocket, there's no money out of pocket. They figure it out. But she was so quick that, don't worry about this, I got this first. That's what impressed me the most. My name is Richard Smith, and I saved $700 a month with SaveWithConrad.com.
And unlike the dirt sheets, these reviews don't lie. With over 1,000 5-star reviews, find out for yourself how much Conrad and his team can save you by checking out SaveWithConrad.com and do it today.
NMLS number 32416, equal housing lender. savewithconrad.com.